The Premier League team of the season is this Friday. And today, in this video, I'll be giving you my predicted Premier League team of the season. Of course, this happens every year in FIFA, now known as EA Sports FC 26. I'm going to give you my predictions on every single player for every single position on how it should look for, of course, the 2025-26 Premier League season. So if you're going to enjoy this video, it's going to be nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the Living channel. And let's get into this one. So I think the goalkeeper option should be plain and simple. I understand David Raya has not been bad this season, leading Arsenal to first place right now, 6 points clear, of course, having to face Manchester City this Sunday. But Donnarumma is the easy choice. His first season at Manchester City and has absolutely lightened up the club. Of course, with Ederson being the former goalkeeper, making a lot of mistakes, bringing in Donnarumma for just £25 million from PSG, him being still like 26 or 27 years old, is an absolute bargain buy for arguably and probably the best goalkeeper in the world. He saved Manchester City on multiple occasions, had many big saves to keep them in games, and kind of is one reason why they're still fighting for the title and in the position they are in right now. Donnarumma is the easy choice. Such a great goalkeeper. He holds at Manchester City defence and carries it in a way again. He makes Manchester City look 10 times the side. And if they didn't have Donnarumma and guys like Ederson, they would concede 10 times the goals they are now. Donnarumma is the easy choice. I understand David Raya, again, he's led us to first place. He's made some good saves, but he's very inconsistent. He makes a lot of mistakes. Donnarumma don't do that as much. I think Donnarumma is just an all-round better keeper than Raya by a country mile, which is just Donnarumma all-round, lads. So, in my opinion, the goalkeeper for the team of the season should be Gianluigi Donnarumma for Manchester City. And the league leaders Arsenal will get their first pick. At right back for the team of the season, it deserves to be Jurrien Timber. He's had a great season at Arsenal, of course, being a big reason why they are top of the Premier League right now, and possibly, of course, on course to win their first Premier League title in over 22 years since the invincible winning season. Timber's been great this season, of course, much better, and a big upgrade from Ben White at right back, keeping them solid on the wings and locking up multiple wingers. I hate to say it as a Tottenham fan, but he's been excellent this season. He deserves to be in there. A lot of people would argue Reece James for Chelsea, but Chelsea haven't been good enough to side this season. Sitting 7th in the Premier League right now, they're not good enough. Not being in the Champions League spot, being out of the Champions League and the Carabao Cup, still fighting for the FA Cup, but are likely going to lose to Manchester City in the final. Jurrien Timber deserves it all round, for him possibly leading Arsenal to a Premier League title, and sadly maybe even a Champions League title due to them being in the semi-finals against Atletico Madrid, of course. There's always a chance that they could do the double, and if that is, the whole Arsenal thing, the whole Arsenal team, does deserve to be in the team of the season. It's not an argument. So Jurrien Timber deserves to be here. Jurrien Timber at right back. The Dutch right back for Arsenal deserves to be the right back for the Premier League team of the season. So you're going to see this quite a lot, a blurry image, and I'm very sorry for it. It was just a video, not videos, it was the photos I downloaded, sorry. It was all quick. This is very rushed. It's late at night. But yeah, we're going to carry on, of course. That's not what you are caring about. My right centre-back, the man who joined Manchester City in January, of course, the Palace man who was before Mark Gay. What a season he's had, of course. Beating Liverpool 3 times all season, winning the FA Cup with Palace last season, and of course winning the Community Shield as well. And of course this season going on to win the Carabao Cup in Manchester City. Having a great season so far. Being arguably the solution to Man City's defensive problems since Ruben Dias has had a lot of injury problems. And Kuzanov, of course, has been very young, still going to Manchester City's side. Sorry, I'm speaking so fast here. Of course, with John Stones being injured all season, really, Mark Gay has come in and been the brick wall that City have needed. And has got City back in his title race, By February, it looked all over. It looked like Arsenal were going to do this Premier League. But City have brought it right back due to the usual Arsenal bottle, of course. So Mark Gay deserves it. A lot of people would argue William Saliba, and it was very close to me that Saliba did deserve it. But I think Mark Gay, the way he's coming in, taking it by storm, to go from the Palace mid-table, the mid-table every season, circumstance, to needing to win the league. So it's a big upgrade, and he's fitted into it so well with a new lifestyle, new teammates, a whole new way of play. He's come in and made it look like he's easy, like a Rolls Royce. So he 100% deserves to be here. Mark Gay, the English international, what a centre-back, going to the World Cup, going to lead England in that defence of Harry Maguire possibly. But what a player, deserves it. The Manchester City man will be our right centre-back for the team of the season. You're going to see this trend quite a lot. Arsenal City. The left centre-back, I don't like him. I'm not his biggest fan, but it's Arsenal's Brazilian man, Gabriel, at centre-back. He's had a great season, of course, being solid at the back with, of course, William Saliba. helping Arsenal to be in the position they're in right now. And Arsenal being defensive, and their defence in general, is a big, big reason why they are still fighting for this league continuous years back to back to back. We can all joke about them being second every season, but they're keeping it consistent, fighting for that title. And yeah, they don't have the experience really that they're fighting for the title. Or more the recent years, this season they could do it. And Gabriel, he plays a big part in that, being a solid brick wall in defence, one of the best defenders in the world, arguably. We can't ignore it, he's one of the best defenders in the world. I'm not his biggest fan. I think, he's an annoying defender. If you're an Arsenal fan, you love him, but if you're a rival fan, you absolutely hate his guts. So I don't really like having him here, to be honest with you. But you need that left centre back who's a left footer, and he's shown it this season, being very good aerial, being very good in the box, scoring some goals in the box, but just great in defence normally. He has had a couple of mistakes, but I think he's made up for that with his great defending all round. More, about 90% of the time, he's always in a good defensive position, always making sure that Arsenal don't concede many goals, with them having the best defensive record this season so far. So Gabriel, the Brazilian man for Arsenal, deserves to be in this team of the season. So the trend continues, but the left back, the young uprising star of Manchester City, who scored a double in the Carabao Cup final, Nico O'Reilly. Of course, an outside pick, being only 21 years old and playing more as like a left wing back, left and mid kind of thing. He's still considered a left back for Manchester City. Nico O'Reilly, what a season he's having, scoring in big games against Newcastle home, of course, which was City's game in hand at the time. 2 goals against Arsenal, their league leader rivals in the Carabao Cup final, to win City their first trophy in over a year, of course, being trophyless last season. O'Reilly's come in with minimal experience, and taken into the first team by storm, scoring in big games, of course, like Chelsea away, of course, again at Stamford Bridge. He scores in big games, he turns up for the big moments, and he feels that he's been doing this for years. He looks like he's an experienced player. Nico O'Reilly should deserve to go into this. Of course, Marc Cucurella was a big argument, I think, but again, like I said, Chelsea have not been good enough this season. They've not met the standards they should have. So I think Nico O'Reilly takes this all day long, He looks really, really good, and he's just going to be the future for Manchester City. He could be a future captain for City in years to come, and he's going to be a City boy. Reminds me a bit of Phil Foden, coming onto the scene, not as young as Phil Foden, but coming onto the scene, an instant impact, and going to be a City boy arguably for the rest of his career. So Nico O'Reilly at left back, again, deserves it. Yeah, I know it's getting boring now, but we have to face facts. Next up is the English international, one of the best players in the Premier League. It's Declan Rice. It's easy. It's an easy option. He has to be in here, and if you've not put him in, you are wild. Declan Rice, he's one of the ones I like from Arsenal, 100%. I think he's a great player, Declan Rice. I would dream to have him in my club. I would dream to have him. He runs the midfield by storm, and Arsenal not been playing him right, really. They've been playing him more as an 8, which he's not an 8. He's a number 6. He's that DM in the midfield that controls the game, makes them forward passes. He's like, we have that Declan Rice and Conor Gallagher, but that's not the topic for this video. That's one thing for sure. But Declan Rice deserves it. 100% deserves to be in the team of the season. Great player, the English international, amazing. He deserves to win something Arsenal. Sadly, I hate to say it. Of course, win the Conference League, West Ham, bring him their first trophy in like 70 years, whatever it was. Declan Rice deserves to win a trophy at Arsenal. He deserves to win something, and he deserves to be the captain at Arsenal. With Martin Odegaard being named the captain, it's a ridiculous option. With him being always injured, Declan Rice is normally the captain, and he just shows that leadership. So when he's captain, Arsenal plays so much better when Declan Rice is captain. When Martin Odegaard starts, Arsenal don't look the same side because there's not that same leadership on the pitch like Declan Rice. He tells the players what's needed, and he shows it. He always turns up. Of course, made a step up against Spurs, but they went on to win that game at the North London derby. So what can he moan? Declan Rice is a 100% option. He's arguably the only player in this team that was always going to be in this starting 11, no matter what other players were competing. So Declan Rice is an immediate guaranteed player in this team. It's Declan Rice. The England international is in my team of the season. Thank the Lord the trend is over for a bit. Finally getting away from Manchester City and Arsenal, finally. We're moving on to the Nottingham Forest man, Elliot Anderson, our team of the season. Okay, you could argue, of course, Nottingham Forest sitting 16th in the Premier League right now, still in that relegation battle with West Ham, Spurs and Leeds. You could argue that he shouldn't be here, but Elliot Anderson, no one thought anything of him when he moved from Newcastle to Forest, but wow, this season, coming under Nuno Espirito Santo, he has shown what type of player he is. Elliot Anderson's controlled the Forest midfield and has carried them in situations to victories that might keep Forest's Premier League status alive, keep their Premier League safety, and of course, right now, led them to UEFA Europa League semi-final, their first European semi-final in probably about 30 years, I'm guessing. It's been a long time since Forest was in that position, you know. Sorry, I'm starting this late on, but Elliot Anderson deserves to be here, you know. He's been a great player for Forest this season. They're number 8, you know. Forest will not want to let go of him, but Man United, Man City, Liverpool all looking at him, but he's being valued around £80 million now, and for an English international, that is incredible, you know, at the same market value as around Harry Kane. Amazing. Elliot Anderson deserves to be in this team, you know, finally bucking the trend between Arsenal and Manchester City. He could be at City next season, so let's all worry, because if City sign him as well, they're going to be a great side. But Elliot Anderson for Nottingham Forest, you know, going to be going to the World Cup of England and possibly starting, 100% deserves to be in this team for my Premier League team of the season. Next up is the Portuguese magician, Man United, one of their best, of course, Bruno Fernandes. He's had a great season, Bruno Fernandes. Of course, leading Man United to their redemption season. Of course, you know, with Ruben Amorim getting sacked back in January and Michael Carrick coming in as the interim, it's been incredible, Man United, you know, sitting 3rd place in Premier League season right now, you know, finishing 16th last season and losing the Europa League final to Tottenham. It was disaster. It was catastrophe for Man United, and this season with no European football, they responded magnificently, sitting 3rd in the Premier League right now, looking on course to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 3 years. Man United look like they're back on their perch once again, being in the Champions League, and if they can continue like that, well, we'll have to see, because Man United have done this many times and fallen off again, so they'll have to see what they can do. Bruno Fernandes this season showing experience, being that great player. The Portuguese international has been excellent for Man United. He's shown them what he can do and created opportunities for Brian Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, Benjamin Sesko, and many more. So many assists, and also provides the goals here and then, being the star man for Man United, being their best player. I don't think we can argue it. He's their best player, and if they lose him in the summer, there'll be a lot of creative options in Man United that are going to lose, of course, because he is the main man for it. So Bruno Fernandes, he has to be in it. Of course, you could argue James Garner of Everton, but Everton, you know, they've been an incredible season, of course, sitting 8th in the Premier League right now. But, you know, so I think they're 7th, But, you know, I think Bruno Fernandes is a more experienced player. He's done more this season than James Garner has. Bruno Fernandes has to be in the Premier League team of the season, and he's going to be in mine. So on the right wing is Manchester City's new star signing, Rayan Cherki. Of course, still at 23 years old, he has been incredible for City this season, showing his class, coming from Olympique Lyon. A lot of people doubting him, you know, coming from the French league, very different to the Premier League in the way football is played. But Cherki has come over and shown his level, the showboating, the skill. Very dirty of a player, I'll give him that. He is a scumbag, but, you know, he's done it for City. Of course, was a big reason why they won the Carabao Cup, beating Arsenal in that final, and still could possibly win them the league this season if City really go for it, and maybe even win the FA Cup as well. They could do the domestic treble, City, and if Cho comes in and does that in his first season, that is, you know, the pinnacle. It could be the best he could have done, you know. Of course, them having an early exit in the Champions League wasn't what they were hoping for, but I don't think that's their main focus right now. You know, they won it a couple of years ago. It's not City's main focus. They want to be the best in England, of course. So Cherki has come in and he's done what he needs to. An immediate impact. Being the creative player that was lost in Kevin De Bruyne, of course, leaving last summer. Cherki's come in and filled that role so well. Playing out on the right, but still providing Haaland, providing opportunities, providing Semenyo and many other players. So many opportunities, and Cherki deserves to be here. The French international going to the World Cup with France 100% this summer has been excellent for City, deserves to be here, and Rayan Cherki will be on the right side in my Premier League team of the season. I think you should be starting to notice a pattern now. My left winger for the Premier League team of the season has to be Antoine Semenyo. What a season he's had, of course. Leaving Bournemouth in the January transfer window, of course taking them to 9th place when he left, joining Manchester City, scoring 2 goals his first game against Exeter in the FA Cup, and being a big part of where they are this season, of course. The second half of the season, City have turned up, and he's a big part of it, you know, being such a good player. So many clubs wanted him, in the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham, all wanted him in that January transfer window, but he chose Manchester City. He chose to go to, you know, one of England's best in recent years, and he's showing why he can do it on the left wing, and then playing out on the right, you know, he has been excellent for City. He's going to be my left winger in this team. He deserves to be, you know, what season he's had, you know, 25 years old, finally won his first professional trophy for Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, in his career, I should say. You know, this is his first trophy. He's done well this season, and he could add 2 more into that if they win the Premier League and beat Arsenal to it by a thread and win the FA Cup as well. It could be an excellent excellent first half of a season for Semenyo. No, he's not even been there a full season. He's only been there 4 months. So if he was to do all of that, that is incredible for Semenyo. So Semenyo on the left wing deserves to be there, and he's going to be my left winger, my Premier League team of the season. There was a big argument if he deserves to be here, with Igor Thiago for Brentford being excellent, scoring 17 goals a season. It's Erling Haaland for Manchester City, scoring about 21 or 22 goals a season so far. He's not been his best, having a lot of inconsistent form the last couple of months, you know, but he deserves to be here still. It's Erling Haaland, man. What can you say? Haaland's been, you know, he's just always there for City. When they need him, he scores. And out of nowhere, he'll go and score a hat-trick and just do something mad. That is Erling Haaland for you. That is the level of player he is. He has to be in the Premier League team of the season, you know. Being on course to win the Golden Boot once again. I think it's his 3 out of 4 Golden Boots he's won since he's joined Manchester City back in 2023. Nearly 3 years ago he joined the club now. He has been excellent for City, you know. And this season, not been one of his best. But again, it shows that he doesn't have to be at his best and can still be in that Premier League team of the season. Not with ease, you know. He had a lot of competition around with Igor Thiago being up there as well, and Danny Welbeck, you know. Even Danny Welbeck's that ain't been that bad this season, but it's Erling Haaland, you know. It's Erling, I mean, come on, it's different names, you know. When you look at Danny Welbeck and Erling Haaland on 2 different hands, you're going to choose Erling Haaland all day when you look at the player profile. So Haaland's going to get into this team. And there you go, guys. My Premier League team of the season. You know, yeah, you can argue me, and I want to hear yours down in the comments. That'll be really, really interesting to hear. The Premier League team of the season will release on Friday in FIFA. So if you want to go and play it now, this is not sponsored. Just go and play it if you want, because, you know, team of the season is always a good feeling. But thank you for watching. It has been nice to record. Always remember to smash that subscribe button to the flipping channel. And I'll see you a little day faces soon. Goodbye, guys.